Hello, Roz. Okay, and whoever else might be watching. This is going to be my little fish portion. I'm going to try this. Now, the problem is, I bought this fish 2 days ago at the market down the street, which they have a market like a Turkish fish wagon, you might call it, you know, like where they sell fresh fish, where you go up to the... I'll have to show you there. Maybe I'll take a picture of it sometime. So anyway, what happens is, they have different kinds of fish, and they had salmon cut into slices. They had one piece left, so I decided to buy it, and I'm going to try to make it. Now, since it was Saturday and today's Monday, I put it in the refrigerator in the freezing area, which was the colder part, since I don't have a real freezer, and I didn't think it would freeze, but it kind of did. So actually, it's a kind of almost a frozen piece of salmon, but I put it on a very low heat, and it worked the other time. So what I'm going to do is I have my non-stick ceramic pan, which I think is fantastic. Try to get it balanced there a little bit. I'm going to put in a little bit of oil, just a little bit, though you don't really need it much on these ceramic pans. I'll just spread it around a little bit. It's heating up, but since it's a low heat, terrible, ain't I? And here's my frozen piece of salmon. See, it's a piece they just cut right out of the fish, and I'm going to put this in here like that. And you can see how thick it is. Look how thick this thing is. This piece of fish here, if you're wondering what it cost me, I'm going to wipe this fish off of me now. It ran me $3.50, $3.70 for that big piece. I don't know what a big piece of salmon like that would cost here, but probably would be more. Alright, now I have the flame low, and I have it like this, and what I'll do is, I think what I'll do is I'll just leave it like this. Now what I'll do later is, when I turn it over, I might put a little bit of seasoning on it, which I'll try for today. I see that even though I set my timer for 10 minutes, which it's not 10 minutes yet, it's starting to boil already. And I'm going to lower my, this is my grains, you know, my quinoa. I'm going to put that down. So I have a very low now, to that low flame I showed you before. And now I have to set my timer, and I'll put it to maybe 15 minutes. My point is I'm going to look at it. Let me look at it now. So I think I'm looking at it. It looks like there's not enough water for me. I'm going to add a little bit more, because it's just a little bit more. Just, you know, I just look at it, and the water will expand into the quinoa to whatever amount the quinoa takes up. It doesn't have to be 2.5 times or whatever like they tell you. It's going to take it in, and it's going to expand to whatever amount is taken up by the quinoa, and then because it's non-stick, it'll eventually dry out. Once it's cooking and the water level goes below, or at about the amount where you see the grains coming through, I'll just turn it off and let it sit, and it'll continue to absorb the quinoa, and then it'll be finished. Now this thing, it's hard, but I'll put a cover on it, and now 15 minutes, I'll come back here and check this in 15 minutes as well. Alright, talk to you later. We'll see what happens. Hey Roz, back again. 15 minutes is gone. I'm going to turn the fish. Still frozen on that side. This side it's turning brown. Kind of cooked. And I think I will try this. See what this does. It's a mixture of different kind of, this is from Aldi, it's just some different spices, I don't know. Pepper, garlic, some other kind of spices. Just put a lot in there, see what it does. I'm going to let that water evaporate a little bit and I'll put the cover back on. The water here in the quinoa has already gone down, it's being absorbed. So what I'll do with that is I'll just shut it off. And now I'm going to let it sit there. And I'm just going to let it go for the next hour or two, or till later on this evening. And then we'll see what we have. Okay? Good. This was frozen, of course it's melted in the middle. Here it's tasting quite good. I'll put this on. I'll let this go another, I always guess, but I think what I'll do is I'll let it go another 5 minutes. It was 15 minutes on this side. You can see it's a little brown. It's already cooked pretty much through, so I'm just guessing. I'll let it go another 5 minutes or 6 minutes. And then I don't care what it's like, I'm just going to eat it. Unless it's frozen, right? And this, like I said, I'll leave it go. And that's it. That's what I'm showing you for today for Cooking with Dave for Roz. Okay? Okay. Maybe I'll show you later at some point what it looks like. That's what I'll do. Once it's done, I'll just put it on a plate like they do. I'll show it to you. And with this, I'll wait till some hours go by to show you what the consistency looks like after it's cooled down for some hours and before I put it in a refrigerator. Talk to you later. Roz, 15 minutes, or not 15, but that 7 minutes or whatever it was, is gone past. Let's see what we got. If it's really not done, I'll put it back in. Yeah. It is hot. I think it's cooked. Let's see. It's not as brown, but it looks good. Looks done. Tastes good. See the other side. Bones. Salmon bones. Wait a minute. Wow. Wow. Has a little salt in there. It tastes pretty good, actually. There's a little flavor. Why not? Put a little liquid on there. Turn it off. So, that's how I did the fish. It's done. I'll get back to you later and show you the results of the quinoa.